Hello, my name is Irene Ongkowidjaja and I am a Principal Product Manager for Jira. In this video, I will introduce you to Team Capacity Planning in Jira Plans. It is a feature that lets you visualize, manage, and optimize your team's workload across multiple iterations. With capacity planning, you can see exactly how much work your team can realistically take on, spot potential bottlenecks early, and make informed decisions to keep your projects on track. You can view it for a sprint iterations, like in this example I have a 2-week sprints. But you can also set it up so that it will show a weekly iteration if your team doesn't use sprints. You can use capacity planning to identify whether your teams are over or under capacity. Then make an informed decision to adjust work assignments to teams. First, you assess your team's overall capacity, and then prioritize and schedule work items to meet deadlines. Let's set it up together. Having teams set up is a must for team capacity view to work. If you're starting a new plan, you can link existing Jira teams to the work immediately or add them later. Let's add them while we're here. I have 4 boards that I want to add to this new plan, and for each one, I associate the team name that is working on those boards. Now our plan is created. Let's go to the Teams tab to review them. After you have teams linked to work items, make sure that you have the right capacity configured. By default, if you use hours, capacity is set to 200 hours for each team. Update this first to the known total capacity of your team. For this team, as they have fewer people than the other team, I will set it up to 100 hours. If your team uses story points, you can also set story point capacity. Now this is a different plan that I have set up to show how it looks. This engineering team has capacity of 60 points. To change your estimation to work on story points, you can go to Plan Settings, Estimation and Scheduling, and change it here. Now let's go back to the plan that we've set up before. I have selected the capacity view from the drop-down here. When you first create a plan, it comes with a number of pre-configured save views. You can read more about each one in our documentation. However, in particular, the one that we want to highlight today is this capacity view. If you select this, then your view will be updated to group by teams, and also if you open up this view settings tab here in the model, the show capacity on timeline is also automatically ticked. You can also do this view yourself, create this like on the basic view. So again, the same, you just go here to group by team. Just make sure that the show capacity on timeline is ticked. If you don't tick it, they don't come up here. That's the capacity. Let's go back to the capacity view. So the team capacity view is shown here. This team is in particular using sprints, and the sprint runs for 2 weeks. So you can see that in the 2 weeks, what is the sprint capacity hours, what is their allocated time, how many issues are to do in progress or done. You can also click to view the active sprint directly from here from plan. Or you can also only filter work items by this sprint or view the velocity chart. These are all the work that have been allocated only to that sprint, and that is when the sprint drop down here is pre-selected. You can remove that to go back to the previous view. So this is the existing sprint that you're at, and this is the future one. So you can use this to see how many hours already allocated to a future sprint that will help you start managing and planning your sprints. Our marketing team here doesn't work on sprint. Because of that, we are showing here weekly iteration. So this is a iteration capacity of weekly of 1 week. There is 200 hours. And you can see that there's already 95 hours of the 200 hours of work allocated, and what is the breakdown status of those work items. The capacity view is a great view for you to review and adjust your team sprint or weekly workload. Let's add estimates field here so we can revise the hours together. These two work items fall within the sprint. As you can see here from the date range that falls within the sprint time period. So when the estimates are adjusted, it will impact the overall capacity. Now this sprint is at overcapacity. You can see that it is 378 out of 360 hours allocated. So this is where you then will reassign work, adjust estimates, or move items to future sprints or iterations as needed. We have seen how capacity view can be set up when grouping by team. Capacity planning can also be done on two different ways. When grouping by sprint, to see how much work has been allocated to each sprint, and also in program board to help team when doing their quarterly planning where work are assigned to multiple sprints during a planning ritual. Let's summarize 3 things to note when setting up team capacity view in Jira Plans. Your plan must use boards as work sources. Work drawn from spaces and filters won't show capacity information. Teams must be added to plan and associated with the board. Open the View Settings menu and group work items by team or sprint, and make sure that the checkbox Show Capacity on Timeline is ticked. Thank you for watching.